Good morning, students. In the last session, we have started the new lesson, chapter 1, Living World. We learned which are the different characteristics of living organisms. Today, I'm going to teach diversity in the living world. So, first, we want to know what is meant by diversity or biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the number and variety of organisms, plants, animals, fungi, protists, and moneras on the planet Earth. So there are a variety of different types of organisms are living on the Earth. That is called biodiversity. According to IUCN, what is the full name of IUCN? International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. I will repeat, International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. Till now, 1.7 to 1.8 million species of different organisms have been described. Yet millions of unknown organisms are to be identified. These organisms are distributed over a wide range of habitat. So they are living in different habitats. You know what is habitat? The place where the organism live. That is called habitat that you have learned in the smaller classes, including dense forest, thermal vents, dry forest, hot springs, frost, etc. The number of organisms are higher in dense forest. So many organisms are living in forest compared to other habitats. Different plants and animals are known by their local names, which vary from place to place. If you are taking any animal in our place, you think in Karnataka, in the next to your house, there is one animal. We will use any one name. But if you are going to sometime different states or in different countries, the same animal, but they will be using different names. That's the meaning of it vary from place to place. Hence, a need was realized for naming organisms by the same name all over the world. So, what they decided, we can give the same name. We can call the scientific name. We can give for any one organism. So, wherever you go in the universe or all over the world, the name will be same. The next we're going to learn about then what is meant by nomenclature and what is identification. So nomenclature means the naming the organisms using a set system of terms is referred as nomenclature. We are giving one name for an organism, scientific names. So the naming the organisms using a set system of terms is referred as nomenclature. Before nomenclature, identification of an organism is very essential. We should identify the organism, then only we can give the name. So the scientists all over the world have made a system and established procedures to assign a scientific name to each known organism, which is accepted by all. Scientific names of plants are based on agreed principles and criteria provided by ICBN. What is ICBN? International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. Same like for animals, ICZN. What is ICZN? International Code of Zoological Nomenclature for naming animals. So they decided based on these two, ICBN and ICZN, whatever rules they're telling based on their principles, they started to give us names or scientific names for each animal or each organism. Name for an organism is universally accepted and unique for it, not used for any other non-organism. Its description should enable the people in any part of the world to arrive at the same name. So wherever you go in the universe, in the world, one organism will have only one scientific name. You cannot say the same name for any other organism. Similar nomenclature rules are formulated for other organisms also. ICNB, International Code of Nomenclature of Bacteria, ICNCP, International Code of Nomenclature for Cultivated Plants, ICVCN, International Code of Virus Classification and Nomenclature. The name of each organism has two components. Okay, whenever they give the name, we told the scientific name, it has two parts or two components, the generic name and the specific epithet. This is known as binomial system of nomenclature. Okay, nomenclature means I told giving name, scientific name. Why it is called binomial system? Because it has two components. So bi means two. So we give the name binomial system of nomenclature. Which are the binomial system? One is generic name, second is the specific epithet. It was given by Carolus Linnaeus. He published his book Systema Naturae. Okay, so this binomial nomenclature, it was given by scientist named Carolus Linnaeus. He published his book Systema Naturae. Example, mango is called Mangifera indica. Mangifera is the genus and indica is species or specific epithet. So one common name, usually we'll call mango, but the scientific name it is Mangifera indica. That Mangifera is the genus and indica is the species or specific epithet. Other universal rules of nomenclature include the following. So there are some other rules for this binomial nomenclature system. First rule it is biological names are generally in Latin and written in italics. So whatever scientific names given, that will be in Latin and also written in italics. They are either Latinized irrespective of their origin or derived from Latin. Second rule, in the scientific name of an organism, first part is genus and second part is specific epithet. So we are giving Mangifera indica. Mangifera is the genus, indica is the species. So it's important, it is mandatory, whenever you write scientific names, the first part is genus and second part is species or specific epithet. Third rule is, when the scientific name is handwritten, both the parts are underlined separately. Suppose if you are writing any scientific name, Mangifera indica or Homo sapiens, so if you are writing handwritten, both the parts are underlined separately. When printed, typed in italics to indicate their Latin origin. If it's a printed form, it should be typed in italics to indicate their Latin origin. Third rule is, the genus starts with capital letter while the species or specific epithet starts with a small letter. You can see here the name Mangifera indica. Mangifera, M capital, indica, I small letters. So genus starts with capital letter, specific epithet or species starts with a small letter. So that is the next rule. The next rule is, the name of the author discoverer is mentioned after the specific epithet, that is at the end of the biological name and is written in an abbreviated form. Example, Mangifera indica Lin, Lin you can see. That is the name of the author. But we are not writing full name, we are writing the small abbreviated form. Clear? This Lin indicating that this species was first discovered by Linnaeus. Clear? So, example, Mangifera indica Lin. Lin means that is indicated by, it was first discovered by Linnaeus. Then, what is the principle of priority? That is our next rule. If first name given to an organism is valid based on rules, then it's given preference over the second name suggested for the same organism at some time later. The second name is considered as synonyms, but is never a preference. The next point is, no name is considered valid before System Naturae for animals. That is 1758, 10th edition, and Species Plantarum for plants, that is in 1753 by Linnaeus.